related questions. Okay, a few related questions should be asked instead of one question to each interviewee. The set of questions is designed toward achieving your research goal. Okay, so you have to design the questions. You have to design the questions. Why do you ask these questions? Because you have the goal. You want to know something. So why do you do the survey? Why do you do the research? Because you want to know something. You want to find out something from their answers. So you have to design the questions on purpose. For example, so this is a bad, this is not a good example. Okay, this is not a good example. So for example, this is not good to all the 3 interviewees, and the students only ask one question. And this is a good example. For example, what height degree do you want to get? And what's the reason? And the second question is, what's the reason? And don't you have any second option? And do you think you can fulfill your dreams? You see, these 4 questions are related to each other. So these questions are from a student from our class. Okay, so these questions shows your expectation, the reason behind it, and the plan. Okay, this is a good example. Okay, so research questions. So when you design the research questions, you have to think about your purpose of the survey. Okay, and then number 3, research goal. So before you do the research, you have to ask yourself, why do I have to do the research? Is it because my teacher asked me to do so? Of course, my teacher asked me to do so, but my teacher want to train me to do research so that I can do better for the future academic. But anyway, you have to think about it. Research goal is what you need to think over before start, and it needs to be focused, and it can dig deep and attractive to your readers. And it needs to be stated out at the beginning of your essay. So why do you choose this research? Why do you choose this survey? And you have to state it out at the beginning of the essay. For example, there is a good example. Okay, I want to ask someone to read for me. Okay, Jahid is here on my screen. Okay. Please read this example.
Which one, Loshi?
Here.
I chose this group of people to interview because I wanted to learn about the similarities and variations in life objectives and self-identity. This one, Loshi, or the upper one?
Yeah, read them all.
Okay. The 2 generations wanted for themselves and their children. Furthermore, by choosing this group, I may get a sense of both generations' perspective on their job objects rather than simply one generation's perspective on life.
Oh, very good. Okay, very good. Thank you. So this is very clear, right? So find the similarities and the variations between 2 generations, and both generations' perspective on on their job objectives. So this goal is very clear. Then number 4. Relationship between the questions and the research. There should be some connections. So you have to go and you have to ask. A research paper have to be long, so it's not a very good example. For example, find the opinions and applying for peers, and because these students thinks that according to the adult people, children now don't want to study. They are a spoiled generation. Okay, so your purpose, your goal of this research is to find out is spoiled or not, right? So you have to ask you need to ask to study. But the questions are what specialty do you want to apply for, what this specialty, and what specialty do your parents want for you. This is, you only focus on the specialty, on the majors. You don't, so these 3 questions cannot do anything good to your research goal. And the second one is a good example. So this one, this student want to find out the how was their education experience. Okay, he wanted to know the education experience, so he asked 5 related questions. First question, what would you prefer more, local school or English taught school, and why? Which school would you choose, private or public, and why? And what's the highest education qualification you would like to achieve, and what's your views upon your education system and improve education system, help you to go to your. Okay, so the relationship between the research goal and the questions are very, very important. Our next one is about the data analysis. Data analysis in terms of an interview needs paraphrasing and reorganizing and elicitation. Paraphrasing, reorganizing, and the elicitation. So you don't just write down the answers of the interviewees in your paper. So you have to analyze their answers. You have to paraphrase their words and get the useful information from their words and elicitate the points. For example, a good example is here. So 2 out of 3, you see, numbers are very, very important. 2 out of 3 people said that they need a higher education to get better and more well-paid job and to become highly demanded workers. Furthermore, studying also leads to overall happiness and stability in your life. Only one person, another number, okay? Only one person said that he chose university because of his own reasons and refused to answer them. So this is how you can analyze the answers, okay? Not just state out their words, not just state out their words in your paper. You have to analyze with numbers, okay? And then continue. All the participants mentioned another number, okay, another analyze. Importance of the studying. For example, I would like to mention one person that is currently studying on one course. So if you really want to state the words, you have to use some words, okay? If I'm going to study just to get my marks, it could lead to some bad consequences in the future. Of 3 out of 3, another number. 3 out of 3 mentioned, if you work hard, you could end up running the whole company. So this example shows how you analyze your data. Okay, with numbers. With numbers, you have to use your own words.